Hello, student. How are you? I hope you all are fine and healthy. Student, welcome to my channel Vibha Tutorials. Guys, please like my video and subscribe my channel Vibha Tutorials. Student, I am back again with my next video which is related to the history subject. Chapter 7, India during the Maurya period. First, we will learn two main points of India during the Maurya period. That is, the Greek Emperor Alexander's invasion. Second, the Maurya Empire. First of all, introduction. In the 6th century BCE, a king named Cyrus had established a vast empire in Iran. This empire extended from northwest India to Rome and to Egypt in Africa. Around 518 BCE, an Iranian emperor named Darius had conquered the region to the northwest of India up to Punjab. Darius had recruited some soldiers from this area into his army. Political relations between India and Iran were established during the reign of Emperor Darius. This led to greater exchanges in the field of trade and art. Emperor Darius had introduced a uniform currency called Darik in all parts of his empire. This made trading easier. First, the Greek Emperor Alexander's invasion. Alexander, the Greek Emperor, invaded India's northwestern frontier in 326 BCE. Crossing the Indus Sindhu River, he reached the Takshashila. On the way, he met with forceful oppositions from the local Indian kings. He defeated them all and successfully reached the Punjab. King Ashoka, King Alexander. However, in this invasion, his army had to suffer severe hardships. The soldiers were eager to go back home. They rebelled against Alexander and he was forced to turn back. He therefore appointed Greek officers to administer. They conquered territories. They were called satraps. He started his return journey but died on the way back in 323 BCE at Babylon. Today Babylon is in Iraq. Alexander's campaign led to an increase in the trade between India and the Western world. The historians who accompanied Alexander introduced India to the Western world through their writing. Greek sculpture influenced Indian art. The Greek kings minted characteristic coin. On one side, the coin had picture of the king who had minted the coin, and on the other side, a picture of a Greek god. The name of the king was also written on the coin. Alexander's coin were on the same type. Later, Indian kings also started minting similar coins. Second point, the Maurya Empire. Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya founded the Maurya Empire. People were tired of the tyrannical rule of the Nanda king of Magdha, Dhanananda. Chandragupta Maurya brought it to an end and established his own rule in Magdha around 325 BCE. He won Avanti and Saurashtra and began to extend the boundaries of his empire. After Alexander's death, a struggle for power began among the satraps he had appointed. Seleucus Nicator was Alexander's general. He became the king of Babylon after Alexander's death. He invaded the northwest frontier region of India and the Punjab. Chandragupta Maurya successfully resisted his aggression. The defeat of Seleucus Nicator led to the inclusion of the northwestern region of Kabul, Kandahar, and Herat in the Maurya Empire. There is an inscription stating that Emperor Chandragupta Maurya had built a dam called Sudarshan near Junagadh in Gujarat state. Emperor Ashoka. Emperor Ashoka. After Chandragupta renounced the throne, he was succeeded by his son Bindusar. After Bindusar's death, his son Ashoka succeeded to the throne in 273 BCE. Ashoka had been appointed the governor of Takshashila and Ujjain before he came to the throne. As the governor, he had successfully crushed the revolt at Takshashila. After becoming the emperor of Magadha, he launched the campaign against the state of Kalinga. Kalinga occupied the region of today's Odisha state. Emperor Ashoka conquered Kalinga. Ashoka Empire extended from Afghanistan in the northwest and Nepal in the north to Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh in the south, and from Bengal in the east to Saurashtra in the west. The Kalinga War. Ashoka was deeply moved by the bloodshed of the Kalinga War. He decided never to wage a war against. He came to believe that truth, non-violence, compassion, and forgiveness were the important values. Ashoka wanted to spread these teaching among the common people, and therefore he had pillar edict and stone inscriptions engraved thought out his kingdom. These writings are in the Brahmi script. India during the Maurya period. That is, ये पूरा मौर्य पीरियड का राज्य है बच्चों. Emperor Ashoka worked for the spread of religion. Ashoka had embraced Buddhism. He had convinced the Third Religion Council on Buddhism at Patliputra. Ashoka sent his own son Mahindra and daughter Sanghamitra to Sri Lanka for the spread of Buddhism. He also sent Bauddha Bhikshu to West Asia and Central Asia for spreading Buddhism. Also built many stupas and viharas. Public welfare activities. Emperor Ashoka laid stress on the creation of facilities for the welfare of the people. For example, he made provisions for free medicines and medical treatment for the people as well as for animals. He built many roads and planted trees for shade on both sides of the roads. He dug wells and built dharmasalas. Administration during the Maurya period. Patliputra was the capital of the Maurya Empire for the sake of administrative convenience. The empire was divided into 4 regions, each with its own capital. First, Eastern region, Toshali, Odisha. Second, Western region, Ujjaini, Madhya Pradesh. Third, Southern region, Swarnanagari, Kanakgiri in Karnataka. Northern region, Takshashila, Pakistan. There was a council of ministers which advised the king in matter of administration. There were many officers working at different level. There was an efficient intelligence service which kept an eye on the administration and on the movement of enemies. Life of the people during the Maurya period. During the Maurya period, agriculture production had great importance. Trade and other occupation had also prospered well. There were many occupations like carving and engraving on ivory, weaving and dyeing cloth, and metalwork. Black glazed pottery was also produced. Shipbuilding was carried out on a large scale. In metalwork, the technology of making articles of the other metal as well as those of iron had developed. Festival and functions were celebrated in villages and towns. Dance and music concerts were a part of entertainment. Wrestling bouts and chariot races were popular, and so were board game and chess. Chess was called as Ashtapad. Art and literature. During the period of Emperor Ashoka, the art of rock sculpture was promoted. The pillars erected by Ashoka are excellent specimens of Indian sculpture. There are excellent carvings of animals like the lion, elephant, bull on the pillars. The chakra or wheel on the Asoka pillar at Sarnath has a place of honor on the Indian national flag. The pillar has lions on all four sides, but only three are visible from the front. This is the official seals of the Government of India. The cave sculpture at Barabar Hills cave during the period of Asoka well known. These caves are in Bihar, the oldest cave sculpture in India. The caves at Barabar. After the death of Emperor Ashoka, the Maurya Empire began to decline. After the Mauryas, many new states and some empires also emerged in India. The Maurya Empire was the largest empire in ancient India. In the next chapter, we shall discuss the political and culture happening in the post-Maurya period. Student, I hope you have understood this lesson very well. In the end, I want to tell you that if you liked my video, then you must like and subscribe to my channel Viva Tutorials. Thank you. Then bye bye.